What is up, everybody? And welcome to the Parking Lot YouTube channel. And we have a great show for you guys. For those of you who tuned in, hoping to have Offsides Hockey Talk, unfortunately, we're sad to say, but last week will be the very last time we ever do the Offsides Hockey Show. It was a group decision based on the fact that, hockey is not... There's not so much hockey news every single week. We try and make it as exciting as we can, but it gets difficult a lot of the times. So it doesn't matter though. We're gonna still do our normal parking lot gig, which means that we can just laugh about whatever we want to laugh about. Before we all start to have all of our blood boil over the European Super League talk. I believe Chris has a surprise for all of our viewers here today.
Yes, he does.
Unless you want to wait for Wednesday.
Yes, I do. No, I have it right.
Oh, here we go. He's been really excited about this one.
So. Oh, perfect.
Hey. Oh, it's a big number
And
9.
now,
I see an HLF on it.
I'm not going to show you the player who it is.
You're not going to show who it is? Oh, no, you're not going to show. So number 9, Hall of Fame. Ooh. It's a Hall.
Very nice.
Very, very nice.
And here's all his accomplishments.
Bobby the Golden Jet Hall. I love that. Oh my goodness, I
need to frame it now.
Yeah, you do need to frame it. It's a nice looking jersey.
Yeah, I mean it's not. It's like one of the. It just says Chicago, but honestly, what we all care about is this part.
Yeah, because I mean, as long as it's an authentic signed jersey, like that's all it cares about.
Yeah.
I would totally get that framed for sure.
Yeah, but guys, the skate was in the crease though.
The crease.
No, that's not Brett. This isn't Brett.
No, that's Bobby, not Brett.
Oh. This Bobby.
Okay.
That's Bobby, not Brett. Yeah, no, wrong Hall. Well, yeah, no, Chris seems to keep on getting more awesome memorabilia to add to his collection, so hopefully his collection in the end is just amazing. Oh, wait, are you looking for the fight strap?
No, it's just no, I was just trying. Here it is.
Oh, certificate of authentication. Oh, yeah. There it is. A certificate of authentication. There we go. Yep. All right. That's awesome. Very, very happy for you, Chris. But now let's get down to the bottom line. As Alex wanted to talk about, Alex is back in the chat. Thankful that you're here watching our stream, man. He wanted us to talk about it, so we're going to talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, probably the biggest news to break this weekend. 12 European soccer teams have all decided to break away from the normal European soccer format that they play in to form their own, as the name says, European Super League. For those of you who don't know, and a lot of you who do not watch soccer, European soccer teams all play teams in their own country, and they have their own tables and how they deal with like teams who are bad getting relegated, teams who are really good getting promoted, and having a top league and everything. And then like for the champion Bundesliga, Premier League, Ligue Serie A, all of those teams in Europe. The best of the best in those teams then get to play in a competition called the Champions League. And this is basically a knockout tournament where they play legs, and they'll play like 2 games, and whoever has the best score overall out of those 2 games move on until they get to the final. And the whole point is through the Champions League, you'll have teams from all over Europe. It's not just the best teams and the best leagues. You'll have teams from all around. And there have been a lot of teams who have been from very lower leagues who make really good runs in the Champions League and make a name for themselves. The biggest name that comes to mind is Ajax, is one of those big ones.
What about Leicester City? You know the 2015 Cup run?
Yeah, Leicester City run as well. They can make Champions League runs and make a good name for themselves when they don't normally, and they can make a name for themselves on the European stage. basically the 12 teams who have for a time in history, maybe not now, and we can't say about every team, but for a time in history have dominated their own country and normally make it very, very far in the Champions League. 12 of those
Or
teams
known
in Europe,
for famous players.
and with also the world famous players, exactly.
Yep.
12 of those teams have decided to basically disband from that tournament and form their own tournament and their own league, as known as the European Super League. And yes, Alex, when I say that they used to play well, yes, I mean a lot of the teams in the English who are not performing well, probably not making the Champions League this year, but they still claim themselves as
Or
the
got
best of
eliminated.
England. He said Arsenal and Spurs. I know Manchester United is having a rough fucking year, so I know that one too.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's besides the point. So they're forming this European Super League. And what it is that now, because they're doing this European Super League, you'll never get to see any of the small teams play any of these teams. You now have to be basically only watch. You now have to only watch these 12 teams play each other every single year. And a lot of people, a lot of passionate soccer fans are really mad at this. And I know a lot of us here are mad at this. Joey, what were you going to say?
Yep.
So it's a lot. So imagine it a lot like how the NHL divisions are right now, except they would only play each other even in the playoffs.
Yeah. Like imagine if the best teams in the NHL said, we don't give a fuck about the California teams, we don't give a fuck about Ottawa, we don't give a fuck about Detroit. Let's just put them off, let them play their own games, and let's just do our own thing. You know, if their teams are terrible, let's just not play them. Fuck them.
Yeah. I didn't know much about it, but
That's basically it.
Or think about this, like the Chiefs, the Cowboys, the Patriots, the Steelers, the Seahawks, and the Packers. Like, you know what? We don't want to play. We just want to make our own division. We're going to play, and it's just going to be us forever.
Basically, the NFL said, we want to actually make money. NFC East, get the fuck out, bro. We don't give a fuck about your ass. But anyway, and there's a reason. Yeah, there's a reason why Tanner is doing the Johnny Manziel glory sign. It's the main reason why they're forming this league is that those big teams now get all of the revenue. Now instead of
They would make a shit ton of money.
they can make a shit ton of money. The Champions League makes a lot of money from these big clubs, but the thing is that these small clubs that also play in the earlier tournaments, they also have to make some money. And UEFA has to make some money. The FIFA has to make some money, and these small teams also make money. These big teams want to make their own money. They want all the profit, all the revenue, so that they can do what they want and make the most out of it. So they're gonna.
Well.
Yeah.
Sorry, Frank. Go ahead. Sorry.
They're gonna brandish away from this Champions League where they won't make as much money, and they're gonna form their own league where they can have control of all of the revenue, control of everything where it goes. And like, here's the thing: if it was a problem about who they play and when they play and what they play, then the players would be coming out saying we're in full support. But players have come out saying that they also disagree with this, showing that the players did not get to decide on whether they get to play in this league or not, meaning that this was all management decision and it was all about the money, which has made every fan in Europe and everywhere who loves soccer furious.
Well, my question is, why can't they do it like how the Bundesliga or the Premier League does it? Is, okay, sure, they play in their own leagues, but then come Champion League time, they play. Why can't they do it like that?
It's not about the play.
Their own league.
See, but here's the thing. It's not about the play. They don't mind the play. The play time is fine. All they care about is the money. Mm-hmm. It's about the fact that they don't make all of the money that the Champions League gets.
He must be losing
what's going on too that Joy's not probably confused about is that these teams are permanent. So it's not like, okay, in the Champions League. So if, for example, in England, the top 4 of the table go automatically to the Champions League. I think 4 and 5 had to play like a playoff in August. But these teams, you know, Manchester United, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus, they are there forever, regardless if they're dog shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They won't. And also the thing is that there's a good chance that they probably won't care about other competition. The players won't care about other competition because they're going to play in the leagues that give them the most money. And if this European Super League is going to give them the most money, they're going to put their most focus on that.
As someone who doesn't know a lot about European soccer, is Champions League rigged as well as much as FIFA?
No.
Or no?
I wouldn't say so.
Not really.
There
Not
are
really.
a couple of leagues
if
in Europe
not-
that are kind of rigged, but
If not, it would be Real Madrid and Barcelona the final every freaking year.
No, no, it's not the same. The final is not the same every single year. And even then, like if you go past the final, like if you look at the quarterfinals, the semis, there are a lot of teams in there that are not from those big leagues. That, like I said before, Ajax is a team that always seems to be underdogs and make it to those semis and quarters every single year, and they're from the Netherlands. Same goes with PSV. That's another team I can think of. And there are other teams like that who have made Champions League runs who are from lower divisions.
Yeah, and keep in mind also, Joey, that usually the Champions League, like it's usually the big three. It's Italy, Spain, and England. Now lately, it's been Germany and France with this rise of Bayern Munich and Paris
PSG
Saint-Germain.
keeps on choking.
Yeah, and PSG keeps on choking, even though you have the best players in the world, and they still keep on choking.
So, the funny thing is, before we went live today, though, this is why like this became big. Is when this all happened, like nobody knew, everybody knew like why, but we haven't got to hear defense against this. Like we haven't heard anybody defend a European Super League happening until today. Before we went live, right before we went live, we finally got a comment from the president of Real Madrid saying, basically, he went through the entire thing of why. He went through the entire thing of why they formed this European Super League. But the biggest thing that they said was that they believe that teams should play in the Champions League and also the European Super League. Saying that the Champions League does get exciting, but it, and I quote, only attractive from the quarterfinals, and clubs will all die without major reform. Blasted the current competition's format, saying that the Champions League format right now is dull because
They just changed it.
teams die out early, and it only gets exciting from the quarterfinal.
Is that true?
Is that true?
As someone who watches the Champions League very often, I mean, if you compare the Champions League, it's kind of like the current World Cup format where the top two teams go, and then the quarterfinal, and all that. I don't think it's dull. They just announced today that they were gonna do a change in the way it is, so it's gonna be like a table hybrid that the first 8 teams go directly to the next round.
He also said more in this interview. He did this interview with a late night Spanish talk show, but he said more in this interview. What would bring in the money is the 15 clubs playing each other each week. That's the greatest show in the world. There's nothing like it, he added. A Real Madrid, Manchester United, or a Barcelona, Milan is more attractive than Manchester United versus a smaller club. So he knows, he sees the fans only want big club versus big club. But then again, he is now stealing the money from all of these small clubs now.
But define small club, though.
Okay, but
like, are we talking Ajax? Are we talking Dortmund? Are we talking those teams, or are we talking
No, we're talking
teams that are not from those leagues?
No, we're talking teams that
not
are
those-
we're talking teams that are even not from those leagues.
well, I can already tell you a problem with that. Is that that's what fans want, big club versus big club, but eventually that's gonna get boring because it's two amazing teams against each other. Sure, you see that. It's like cool. You see it for the 5th time, okay, still cool. See it for the 10th time, okay, cool, I guess, whatever. And that's like, okay, this is boring. You don't. Sometimes, you want a close game, but sometimes, if you're a true fan, you like it when you like to see your team blow up somebody else's team. That's just
right.
it's not always fun to have to see a game that you're so evenly matched that it's literally just luck if you score on somebody. It's not skill, it's luck because everybody's so skilled.
Yeah, no. Yeah, for sure. And it has shown, we know this just from watching any teams who have played in a bubble or a closed division situation. We know exactly that watching the same team play each other doesn't get fun after a while. There's a reason why, even though Barcelona and Real Madrid is the best and most interesting game in all of Europe, they don't play every single Saturday. There's a reason why they spread it out.
Because it's more special that way.
It's more special that way.
Yeah.
And they can actually, and ironically, they end up making more money by doing that.
And even then, like, the only thing is that, like, it doesn't matter about how much money. We're not saying that this is a terrible business plan. The main point of this is that it's greedy. It's keeping the money. I don't care about if they're not making enough money. They're keeping the money. Nobody else gets to touch that. Nobody else gets to get involved. The only people that get to be involved are those teams. And now they're keeping everything.
Right now.
Also,
with the pandemic.
Another thing that also have come into this that somebody brought up in the chat, which is a big thing, is that the House of Commons, the UK government has already said during a press conference or during a meeting in the House of Commons and in front of Parliament that if UEFA and FIFA cannot by any chance make a dent or stop this European Super League, that the UK government will step in and make sure that it happens. So even city governments are not, or country governments are not happy.
No, nobody is.
Government. Well, there goes my thing, because I was going to say, well, if it works, it works. It's competitive business. It's how we do it over here.
But that's over here.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing that you guys are all forgetting. Yes, if it works, it works. And yes, competition. But you're forgetting another key word in business. It's called a monopoly, and it's more than just a board game. If you are the biggest factor of a certain market and take away all the small markets that are competing with you, you're a monopoly franchise, and you're basically not making it right to have any competition. The European Super League said, I'm going to take all of the best teams from Europe, and they can't play anywhere else. Or if they do, they won't make as much money, which means they will play only for us on a best day. That's monopoly.
But it's not, because it's one of what? How many leagues are in Europe? It's only sure it has the best talent, but that's not a monopoly. Because a monopoly would be saying, okay, we're the only league and we're the only competition. Anybody else is not allowed to. Like, that's what a monopoly is. Yes, it's unfair that the biggest teams get to play by themselves without having to play under the weaker teams. But those weaker teams can still play each other, right? It's not like Champions League is going away.
Champions League is still going to fix their Champions League is going to still fix their format. But it's not going to make as much money, and Champions League will die out if this continues.
And not just that, but have you seen what FIFA and UEFA have in mind for the players who participate in this?
Oh yeah, no. That's another big thing. So Chris, why don't you lead in this since you brought it up?
So the teams that participate in this, if they go through with this, they will be kicked out of their respective league or domestic cup, and the players could be barred from going to international events such as the Euro Cup, which is this year, and the World Cup, which is next year.
Wait, so like Messi could be banned from playing?
Messi could be banned from playing for Argentina because he plays for Barcelona.
But
Cristiano Ronaldo will be banned
Portugal, and
because he plays for Portugal.
And I know we probably
see a majority of English players not going.
And I know we don't have a chance, but Pulisic might be banned from playing in the U.S. since he plays for Chelsea.
Yeah,
Pulisic is on that list. Even though US probably doesn't have a chance to make a World Cup, Pulisic is on that list.
And there's another American who plays for Barcelona, but I forgot his name.
I think it's Dest.
Dest won't be allowed. We won't see Kun Agüero. We won't
There's a
see...
lot of players. There's a lot of players because they're anticipating to put any force of pressure to stop this from happening.
Mm-hmm.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Why not let them? That's the thing. If it works, let them.
Here's the thing: they know it will work. They know the first couple of years, and they know it will work. But it's gonna ruin the sport. Like every single fan and player has already shown their hatred towards this proposition. Parliament, government has shown their hatred. Sportscasters have shown their hatred. Like everybody has already shown that they hate this so much.
Well, let me ask you, Frank, real quick. In your opinion, is this completely just about money?
Yes.
It is.
Nothing else?
Yes.
These
is.
teams have lost so much money because of the pandemic. It's not even funny. Remember, there's no one going to games in Europe, in all of Europe. I think I heard Juventus has to have at least 100,000 or 100. I think it's 100,000 pounds by June or July, and they don't have it because nobody's going to games.
And they don't have and individual teams don't have cushy TV contracts like they do in the States. So
remember, that's the thing. So the biggest criticisms that they were asking people from Sky Sports were are the because majority of European teams like Manchester United, Arsenal are owned by American teams. They're saying no, this has nothing to do with the Americans. It's just owners being greedy, because I think Real Madrid and Barcelona are not owned by Americans. They're owned by Spanish people.
They only looked at the English. Sky Sports will only look at the English European teams, so that's why they were looking at the big 6 teams. And most of them are owned by Americans. Man City is owned by Saudi Arabian or Abu Dhabi residents. It doesn't matter though. They still lost money, and
who owns Arsenal?
I
know Fenway. The people on the Red Sox own a team in Europe. I think it's maybe Manchester United.
I think so. I think it's Man U. Arsenal, isn't that Kroenke?
Oh my God, yeah, it's Kroenke. It is.
Does that mean I have to root for a shitty team?
No, you do not want to root for the Gunners. Trust me.
You do not want to.
Arsenal,
at least not at this
Arsenal
point.
are the Mets.
And at least not at this point in time. So Arsenal is owned by Stan Kroenke, and we all know how terrible that goes.
Okay, well, I'm kind of partial to Leicester, but if you guys have any other teams that I should do, let me know.
Bayern Munich.
Oh yeah, so the chat was saying it. Fenway Group owns Liverpool.
Oh, Fenway.
Liverpool is Liverpool is the team that Fenway
I
owns.
think the group who owns Man U is something with Chevrolet.
No, I don't think Chevrolet owns.
But they're the sponsor.
They're the shirt sponsor.
Sponsor and owners are two different things.
I don't know who owns Man U.
Oh, apparently Manchester United are still owned by the original owners. It says Joel and Avram Glazer.
So, what's going on?
Oh God, the Glazers.
So
the Glazer family owns the Buccaneers.
Oh no!
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. But but that's besides the point. We're getting into all this. American sports owners are shit. The whole point of this is that they've lost billions. They've lost so much money into this. They need to make their money back one way or another. And the way they're going to do this is by having the best teams in Europe play each other every single time with no promotion, no relegation, and if one of them is performing terribly, they're still going to have to play those teams, and those games are going to be hilarious upsets, and they're going to be freaking destroyed. So, if the European Super League was starting today, Arsenal would be destroyed. Tottenham would probably be destroyed because they just sacked their manager.
Oh yeah, they'd be
gone. These teams would be ripped apart. And we just have to sit there and say, oh, well, that's how they wanted to play this. There's no relegation, so we can't have the players we want to see. Like, why? This is not how everybody envisioned this sport to be.
Corrupt and full of egotistical players who have it way too good but are way too ungrateful to the fans.
No, because we're not playing the NBA.
Oh God.
Reese is gonna kill me. Reese is gonna kill me, bro.
But you're right. But so am I.
No, you're right though. You're right.
I know I'm right, but Reese is still gonna kill me. but yeah, no, like the whole point of all of this going on, it's not right. The way that people envision this sport playing and the way that the sport is not right at all. The fans don't enjoy this. The players don't enjoy this. And yeah, they're gonna start it, and yeah, they might get some viewership. But I'm telling you right now, 3 to 5 years down the line, this is gonna get old real quick.
Oh yeah.
Have any individual big name players spoke out against this?
Yes.
Bruno from Man U, I think.
You guys might not know his name, but his name is James Milner, who plays for Liverpool. He's a midfielder.
Okay.
James Milner has spoken out against this.
Ronaldo?
Yeah, good point.
I haven't heard anything from Ronaldo or Messi.
Here, players against... Here we go. Players against Super League. They say soccer players' reaction. I bet you these reaction, though, is only like MLS players or whatever. Oh, here we go. So, PSG midfielder Ander Herrera said, the rich stealing what people created. Mesut Ozil, who used to play for Arsenal, spoke out against this.
Germany.
Dejan Lovren spoke out against this. That's an Everton player. And then Gary Neville went on Sky Sports and thrashed this hard. Rio Ferdinand, who also used to play for Manchester United, went on BT Sport and trashed it hard. A bunch of other big soccer legends. It was a lot of legends. I'm guessing the teams of the players or not. Oh, here we go. Bruno Fernandes, the midfielder for Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes spoke out against this. So there's more names in the chat. Jurgen Klopp, the manager of Liverpool, has spoken out against the European Super League. Even managers are not allowed to talk about this whatsoever. Or at least they're not allowed to sit in the room and talk about this. Jamie Carragher is another one. He's a former legend. A lot of players and a lot of past players and staff and everybody have all said that this is not right. It is greedy, and it's the directors and it's all of the staff getting more money. And this is how they're going to do it.
Well, will the players be played more?
Will the players be played more? What exactly do you mean by that?
Sorry, will the players be paid more?
Paid more.
If they
Oh yeah.
Because think about it, because if they're playing in the European Super League, right, and they get banned from playing in the international competitions, won't they need a bigger incentive to keep playing for the European Super League?
Oh yeah, no. Yeah. They'll get paid more. I forgot who said it. It was somebody who who was on the Pat McAfee show. And said that these players are already getting paid $100 to $150K a week just to play the sport right now, and they'll probably get another $50K or a week or something along those lines. They're gonna pay a lot. Obviously the players are gonna get paid more, but the players don't care about that. Like, the players are they're gonna be more outspoken because they care more about the fans. If you have ever seen soccer players play at their home stadiums, they care a lot more about the fans than they do their club owners or directors or whoever it is.
Plus, they also want to wear their country's shirt, not just the club shirt.
And not to mention, it's the fans who pay the players, basically. Sure, they get good contracts and everything from the team, but no fans to support a team. No equals no team equals no league equals no players equals no league equals nothing. and soccer dies. I mean, soccer won't die. It's the most popular sport in the world, probably next to cricket. I think it is.
Probably.
Most
No,
popular
I would
sport in
think
the
it's
world.
rugby.
It's one of
Wait.
those two.
It's
What's-
yeah.
No, basketball. Basketball's second. Soccer's first.
I would say I think the difference is either between basketball or baseball. Depends on how much of a outreach it is. Because like the thing is like it's hard to like say an American sport has an outreach because you have to see like worldwide, and it's hard to judge worldwide how big their outreach is unless it's like known. I would guess I would say basketball is possibly second, but I know that baseball has a big fandom in Asia, which is why they probably have a big outreach.
Frank,
Yo,
and so other sports news before we get into hockey and stuff. Hockey or is hockey our Wednesday stream or a Monday stream? I forget.
No, we stopped.
We're not doing
We're
hockey.
not doing. We're
strictly
if
hockey
you want
anymore.
if you want to talk hockey, you can, but we're not
Well,
making it a primary
I've got-
focus.
Well, I've got some cool new stuff locally, and we all know. So publicly, if you guys didn't know this, Pat McAfee is going to be on WWE SmackDown.
Yes.
Oh,
Right. Right.
And
Yeah.
I don't watch WWE, but oh boy, Pat McAfee commentating.
Right.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
He's commentating.
Yeah, he's a commentator
Yeah.
now.
He's not actually in the ring.
No, he's
He'll
not
get
getting
killed,
back
so
in
he
the
could get
ring.
killed.
I mean,
No.
even though he was a punter, I still think he could take some people out.
Oh,
His first
absolutely.
Oh yeah, he retired already. Never mind.
And then some local news. The brand new soccer stadium, Widener Field in downtown Colorado Springs, Colorado, is set to be open for the first season for the Colorado Rapids, who are already the minor league MLS team here in the Springs, but they're playing in their brand new $50 million stadium.
Wait, isn't the
50?
Rapids the main team in the MLS though?
No, that would be the Switchbacks. Oh no, I'm sorry. Switchbacks. It's the Colorado Springs Switchbacks and the Denver Yeah, sorry.
No,
My bad.
it's Colorado Rapids.
Colorado
And do
Rapids.
they-
yeah.
It's the Colorado.
Do they play in
Rapids and the
Denver?
Colorado- Yes, the Rapids play in Denver. But I meant the Switchbacks. The Colorado Springs Switchbacks are in the minor league.
Speaking of Denver, going to baseball news for a minute.
Huh?
You've got something to celebrate, Joey. You're getting the All-Star game.
I thought we
What?
already talked about this.
He wasn't
Oh.
with us though.
Wait.
Oh,
Are we hosting the All-Star game?
yeah, it's official. It was official for like a month now. Oh.
I didn't know that. I'm
You didn't-
totally fucking going. I am totally fucking going. I don't care. It's
Would
been-
you be
No, he's
would you
fucking
be
not.
interested? Would you be interested in doing like a little like a reporter type of thing for a stream?
Oh, I would totally be fucking down, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna find tickets for the All-Star game. They're probably gonna be so expensive though.
Okay, you do that.
I mean, do I want
Uh,
tickets for the event or do I want tickets for the actual game?
Whatever you want.
I was thinking home run derby.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
Watch Nolan Arenado destroy all the balls where he used to play.
God.
Oh, that would be pissed.
What
Oh,
else
by
do
the
we
way-
need to move on? I know we brought up 3 things.
Another thing.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
sorry, guys. I'm sorry we got COVID. It's not my fault. I swear. I
Oh
swear
no!
I didn't
Oh
get
no!
my
I know what we need to
COVID.
talk on. Shut the hell up. Okay. I know
Oh,
what we need to talk about. Okay. God damn it. All right. In other
What did I
news,
do?
though, so we can move on. Let's move on to other sports news. We'll go on to like least exciting, and then we'll move on to the exciting finale to talk about. But something that's least exciting for a lot of us. I mean, going back to soccer, MLS has started.
Yay.
MLS has. Why are both of you flipping me off? Hold up. Both of you are. Excuse me.
Wait, Joey, you too?
Oh wait.
There we
I
go.
thought
What did I do? What did I do? What did I do besides sitting here and just talking?
I thought
and,
we were flipping off because both of our teams lost.
Well, yeah, but Chris was flipping me off. You just were flipping off in general. Like, what the fuck?
Because his team played my team. So
My team got
yesterday,
spanked
Inter
on
Miami
Saturday.
God.
played LA Galaxy, and we started winning 1-0 in the half. I'm like, I was happy, and then all of a sudden we lose 3-2 because
Frank,
our
my
goalie
dog
is the Statue of
also
Liberty,
Oh, Chicharito. What's up?
and
My
there's a
dog
dog.
fucking off. See,
Oh, hi, Toko. Hello,
Is
Toko.
Joey a Rapids
Toko's
fan?
yes.
Joey's a-
But yeah, no. Anyway, so yeah, no. MLS has started. I will say this though. So like, what? So like, Miami is a brand new team. Like they
started last year. Yeah.
last year was their inaugural season.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good supporter crowd for this only being your second year in the MLS. I am
Yeah.
pretty surprised.
Is
Like,
is MLS a big thing? Like, is it a big thing?
It is now.
it's a big
starting
thing.
to grow.
It's a big thing to
growing.
us Americans.
I would, as much as I don't want to admit it, but I think it's gonna pass the NHL.
No.
I think the thing is that MLS is not a big thing. MLS, I would say, is not a big deal to anybody unless you are in a city and care
That
deeply
has
about
it.
a team. Like, I have gone to multiple Galaxy matches,
you-
and I love the atmosphere, I love the team, and I love cheering for them. So I'm going to be a really big MLS and Galaxy supporter.
The only
but
thing that
it's
sucked was
so
I was watching it in
boring.
Spanish, and the Spanish commentator was so loud I couldn't hear the people go with the drums, singing,
Really?
Yeah, I like-
chanting. Yeah,
I like the
because you could
drums.
hear that.
Right.
Yeah, you could. The drums. There's like people going. Not there. There's like one guy that's designated that's not even watching the game. He just has his back turned, pumping the crowd up.
Well, yeah, no, because like the whole point is that they go all out for the entire 90 minutes. They can never stop.
Yeah. Do you know? Have you seen what they do in Portland? They get this guy with a giant ass
Timber
chainsaw.
Jim.
Chainsaw.
Yes.
Yeah,
And they-
Portland actually cuts a fucking like tree whenever they fucking score a goal. Oh my god, it's like, yeah, like here's the thing, like MLS fans are still normal soccer fans. They still chant like normal soccer fans. They still do the normal thing soccer fans does. But yeah, the stadiums are smaller. Yeah, the fan support's not as big, and yeah, the play on the field is definitely not as good as anything in Europe. So no, if you wanted to see a good soccer game, no, go watch the games in Europe. But if you're in a city and you care about small teams like that and you want to like support a small team like that, then hell yeah, go find a local MLS team, go to a game and see how much the crowd just like gets you excited. Because those crowds when I was there at a Galaxy game were amazing, and I loved every second of that experience. It was so good.
Wait, Frank, what is going to a stadium? What is that?
We've been trapped inside for so long. We don't know. We don't know how to go to stadiums.
I got to
Wait,
go to
you
a
went-
game.
You went to an
Never
Avalanche
mind.
game. Shut the hell
Frank
up.
too.
We both went to games. I don't know. I don't know
I'll
why
be
I'm
going
even
one
making
for
that
Memorial,
comment. We all went to
Memorial Day
games.
week.
Yeah, no. My college has opened up going to sports games, so I've been able to go to sports games like for a while now. I went to 2 ASU baseball games. I went to a women's soccer game. Yeah, that was the only
You
two.
guys-
That was the only thing that opened up. I could have gone to the ASU spring football game, but I didn't want depression, so I didn't go. I love my team, but holy shit, I'm not gonna sit there and watch Marvin Lewis make defensive coordinator calls. I couldn't do it.
So do you guys
You have
think
Marvin
that
Lewis on your
COVID
staff?
So
Yes.
do you guys think that COVID is finally going away?
No. Oh God. No.
We're not
Please,
gonna talk about that.
please wear your mask. Please take all precautions. No. COVID
and get the thing. Get the vaccine too.
COVID is not gone. No. We still
Not by a long shot.
No, not by a long shot. No, still take your normal precautions. But are we are we able to slowly go back to what we were doing? Yeah, we could slowly go back to kind of the normality,
Thank
like,
God we
yeah,
didn't
there'll still be a
start
bunch of
doing this
mass
last
everywhere,
year.
but we can.
We're
can
on the
start-
right track.
We're on the right
So then-
track. There we go. That's a good way to put it out. We're on the right track.
So then, how
But
do you
we
guys
still have a
feel about
long
the
way to
NFL
go.
having full stadiums?
Roger Goodell has already been told by multiple sports analysts and health officials that he's an idiot. So I think that
Roger
speaks for
Goodell,
itself.
an idiot? Nah.
A commissioner of a sports league is an idiot? No.
I'm just.
No.
It's
I
not
just
like we
know
boo
that-
him every draft year.
So when hell, I gotta see Gary Bettman when they retired Roberto Luongo's number. Guess what? Everybody did as soon as Gary Bettman got on the ice.
Every single time he presents a Stanley Cup, boo.
Yeah, but the difference between Bettman and Gordon is that people actually like Bettman because he's a good commissioner. Yeah, he's made some bad decisions, but in general, he's pretty fair when it comes to suspensions. He's pretty fair when it comes to punishments. He's also
Yeah, he actually punishes his
I
players.
think one
Take your
He
spit
punishes
on
his
the
players.
wheel of discipline.
and he also I feel like very much respects the sport, unlike Goodell. I don't think Goodell respects football.
Oh yeah, no.
I do. I think
I think
Bettman
it's-
respects the sport of hockey, though. I think Bettman respects the trophy because
And
he
I'll-
knows how hard it is to get the trophy.
And I will say this: I can't even tell you who the commissioner of the NBA is.
Adam
Adam
Silver.
Silver.
Is it still Adam Silver?
It's still Adam Silver.
It's lanky Slenderman guy, right? Or is that a different
Yeah.
person? Yep, still that guy.
But
Yeah, it's still Adam
but-
Silver.
Okay, still okay.
real quick, the commissioner is ranked: Bettman, NBA guy, Goodell, and then the baseball guy, who's like way
Manfred.
below.
Fuck Manfred.
Fuck
Yeah,
Manfred.
Rob Manfred.
Yeah, fuck Manfred and his piece of metal shit.
Oh, when I asked if Adam Silver was the tall guy, Alex said yes. It's the mean, tall, bald string bean.
Speaking of basketball, there's something I want to ask Tanner. Is like,
Yeah,
what do you think about A-Rod buying your Timberwolves?
that's right. Oh no.
He already owns one franchise up here. Why did he have to buy another one?
So do you think this? So I want to
Because
ask you guys this.
Dogecoin ran out of currency.
I want to ask you guys this. Do you think the whole athletes, even though they have a small stake in ownership, do you think that's a good thing for publicity, or is it like something that we don't know?
It depends on how, like, because here's the thing: there are a lot of people out there who are like owners, but all they do is they donate the money. They have a nice little suite, and like that's it. Like they don't get involved.
They just sign the
But
checks.
the people
and
who
go
are like
golfing.
majorly involved, oh, those are bad.
Yeah, because look at Jeter. Jeter's the CEO of the Marlins.
And here's the
Or-
thing:
or-
Mahomes owns a team. Doesn't Mahomes have like
Yeah, he's
ownership
got
of the
part-
Royals?
He's got
Part ownership.
partnership.
Yeah,
I
is
wanna go
Mahomes
back to
going
the-
to those board meetings saying we need to sign this guy? No, he donates his money because he loves the team. He cares for the Kansas City Royals and he wants to see him succeed. So he'll donate his
And he
money.
loves baseball.
He'll have a nice suite for himself and his family to go watch baseball games, and that's it. Like that's fine. But if you are thinking you're
But
gonna
that's
be
not an owner. But that's not an owner. That's not what owners do. Owners don't just donate their money. They have dealings with the city. They're like, okay, what should we do? They talk to event staff and be like, okay, what events can we get? Who can we book for concerts? Who can we do for this and that and that and this? Okay, let's hire a general manager. Okay, that general manager sucked. You're out of here. Let's find a new one. Let's get a head coach. Hey, general manager, talk to your coach. Talk to me about who you want to draft with the -- 1 overall pick. Hey, coach, who do you want to trade? You
And keep
talk
on
to your
sucking.
coaches, you talk to your GMs, but you have to kind of be like Pat Bowlen mixed with what's his name? Jerry Jones. You have to be like a mixture of them. Two people who like a
even then I
mixture of
hate-
Pat Bowlen and Jerry Jones.
Even then, I hate the idea of a Jerry Jones.
Emperor Palpatine.
But,
But,
anything
um,
without
I want to go back to A-Rod
Yeah.
because
A-Rod.
he might be moved. There's a possibility he might move the Wolves out of Minnesota.
Oh, no.
Target Center, even though it has had a major renovation, it's almost 35 years old, and the Wolves have been playing there every year except for 2 seasons, I want to say. I don't think the state's going to give them the money for a new arena.
Bye, Timberwolves.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
If you know her,
you know what though? Hold on. If wouldn't it be awesome if the Timberwolves moved to Seattle?
We're talking by the
Vegas.
fact that Tanner's gonna lose a basketball team in his fucking state, dumbass.
I don't think Tanner cares about the NBA as much.
Tanner just doesn't
but
want to lose another fucking team because that just go.
Tanner, let me ask you an honest question. Does anybody in the state of Minnesota give a shit about the Timberwolves?
I'd say yeah, but it's not as high as the Vikings or the Twins or the Wild.
Okay, if they
do have
Wild,
a fan base.
If they had a choice to pick the Wild or the Timberwolves, which one would they pick?
The
Wild.
Wild.
Come on, man.
Minnesota
If they
calls
had-
itself the
Minnesota
state of
is
hockey.
hockey.
They're gonna lose
Okay,
the
okay,
Wild.
okay.
Are
How's
you
it-
dumb?
Let me rephrase the
Especially
question.
since we lost the fucking North Stars 20 years ago. No,
Exactly. They're not gonna lose another
Let,
team.
let me rephrase the question. Okay, you're offered tickets to one of these 2 teams, Minnesota United or the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Which game are you going to?
Who takes? Which one are you going to?
Alexa, play Wonderwall. Today is gonna be the day. On and
He's just not gonna. He's not gonna answer the question. What he's gonna do is he's gonna just accept one and just have a vacation.
Look, Emmett, that's Minnesota United's song.
That's their song.
Minnesota United. Why the fuck is Wonderwall their song? That's really
Because
dumb.
Wonderwall's a banger.
It started with the players.
Wonderwall's a-
It started with it kind of like the thing that kind of something that the players bonded over. It got out to the fans, and it's
Like
pretty much
Gloria.
been the club anthem ever since.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, Frank, it's like asking why the Boston Bruins goal song is the one that goes, or it's
Zombie Nation.
Bruins.
Yeah.
That's a classic though. That's a
How's about this one? When the Blues play Gloria after every playoff game.
Don't ask me, okay? We picked a goal song that is true to LA, all right? I don't ask me about
Our
what the
goal
fuck
s-
St. Louis is doing with their dumb shit.
Our goal song is a very obscure song that's been. Like,
Yeah, so when we first were doing the hockey show, I'm like, oh, we're gonna make our intro song to all of our goal songs. Hey Joey, what's Colorado's gold song? He goes, I don't know the name of it. It's really obscure and it makes no sense. So I just looked up Colorado Gold Song and all I could get was just the goal horn included. I'm like, I give up.
Hold on. I
Mine
will look
is
up
like-
the name.
A high school
Right.
band song. I mean, it's from Jimmy World.
Yeah, well, I mean, but at least I can look up just the song. I can look up the song by Jimmy Eat World. When I tried to look up just the song, I couldn't find the song.
Well, I mean, Chicago's is a Chelsea Dagger.
Yeah, but that's what I mean though. Like, but anyway, in this small little break while Joey looks up what he's looking up, why don't we promote the show on Wednesday? So what did we say we were going to talk about on Wednesday? We said we're going to talk about
Dodgers Padres.
Dodgers Padres. We're going to talk about their rivalry going on.
Edelman in the Hall.
Edelman in the Hall of Fame. It's not going to be a debate show. This is just going to be like general topics. But Edelman in the Hall, Dodgers Padres rivalry series.
Did my Seattle, Las Vegas getting the NBA team thing get picked up or no?
Yeah, we could definitely.
I think Alex said he liked it.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll also talk about the NBA probably expanding. That will all be on Wednesday at the same time on this YouTube channel. So if you want to hear more about those topics, that'll be on Wednesday. Joey, did you find your song?
Chase the Sun.
Chase the Sun? All right. I guess
By
I'll have to
who?
look that up later.
It's
I forget.
Praise the Sun. That's a Dark Souls reference.
No,
Chris would be the person to make a fucking Dark Souls reference.
but I would be the one
You
to make
died.
but I would be the one to make a JoJo reference.
Okay,
Oh.
so Chris is video games, Joey is anime. Sounds great.
No, fuck that. I mean,
There's
yes,
nothing
I
wrong
like-
with it.
He
I like
said yes.
anime.
He said yes. We're gonna leave it at that. No, there's nothing wrong with anime. I love anime. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. My favorite anime. My favorite anime is Star Wars.
You're gonna offend somebody, bro. I swear to God.
Trash.
Hey,
No
guys.
comic books. Can we all read? I know I can't.
How are you?
I have
in
a book
college?
with Batman's first comic.
Oh, nice.
My dad's brother owns a first edition of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic book, the first one.
Ooh.
Owns first edition.
I think.
But I mean, I own the first edition version of her. So who's the real winner?
Anyway, we're gonna close out this show with our final topic to talk about. I know I wish I could put like everything in the title, to make it get a better sense. Because I know it seems like the only thing we're gonna talk about was the European Super League controversy, but there's more to talk about. Of course, we love covering more than just that. The very last thing we want to get to though was before the European Super League decided to form, the biggest talk was the pay-per-view boxing event on Triller. It was Jake Paul versus Ben Askren. And
I don't feel any remorse for anybody who bought the pay-per-view.
yeah, no.
Why did you?
For
Why?
people who bought the Ben Askren Jake Paul pay-per-view and like, this pay-per-view sucks, I want my money back. You should have been there when Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather fought, okay? So shut the fuck up. That was more expensive than what you probably paid for. If you guys
That
are,
was $100.
that was 100. Yeah. Do you guys remember that god awful fight?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my
I
god,
watched it.
fucking hell. Anyway, but no, so Jake Paul and Ben Askren fought. It sucked because I saw photos from it. Like, people took photos, like, their TVs of, like, the camera angles and everything, and it sucked. They put a cameraman behind the ropes. Like,
There's always a cameraman behind the rope, though.
but no. This wasn't, like, behind the ropes and, like, elevated. Like, no, the ropes blocked the boxer's face.
Oh God!
Like-
no!
If I was in the fight, the rope was here. There was a rope right here.
Wow.
And like, if I was in the fight, there's a rope like just sitting there.
Yeah, because they usually go for the middle. They usually go for the space between.
Yeah, either they're in between the ropes or they're above it. Like, no, they were right behind it and the ropes were in shot.
Wow. Talk about amateurism.
I know, right? Not only that, the lighting conditions inside, and also, by the way, they fought at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in Atlanta, Georgia. Or was it in New Orleans?
New Orleans is the Superdome.
Okay. Anyway, but still, so I don't know what the lighting situation was, but they didn't have they didn't have the normal white lights for some reason. Apparently, the fights were fought with like blue whatever lights because the entire the fight was like blue for the most part.
Oh, weird.
It was really
Yeah.
weird. But
Yeah, because
Another
usually I've seen fights like at indoor arenas or they have like a stage in a casino or something, and the lighting is always good. I mean, these are fights
yeah.
that you see on ESPN or
for some
something
odd
like that.
for some odd reason, the lighting looked better on people who were videotaping the fight on their phones than the actual people who were behind the camera.
People who are getting paid.
No,
with
the
a
people
camera.
who paid for a ticket to watch the fight, who had their phone out, had better
Than the people who are getting paid
than
to
the people.
to film it.
Yep. But anyway,
Pepsi, please sponsor us.
they're
Please,
not
Pepsi,
going to sponsor us.
Sponsor
No.
us.
But Raid
I
Shadow
prefer Coke.
Legends, I don't give a fuck about oversaturation. Please come to us. We would gladly take you in.
Raycon.
Raycon, we would gladly take you in. We do not
Hey,
care about
hey.
oversaturation.
The power of SeatGeek.
SeatGeek, man.
That would be great. We would definitely join the YouTube sport greats if we
Manscaped.
got
Hey, Madden.
Manscaped.
Hey, they might even take us
EA.
down to Dallas.
EA,
anyway.
I'll change my opinion. EA, I'll change my opinion on your game if you put a little green in the pocket. You know what I'm saying?
I won't. I'll still call it a piece of shit. I will say EA sponsored this video. Okay, the sponsor's over. Madden's a piece of shit.
Susan, we're out there. Monetization would be nice.
No, we already get monetized. That's
Come
not
on,
the problem.
Susan.
We're already monetized. That's not the problem. And we're
Let's
not
just
even
get
making money, so it doesn't matter about
sponsored by
monetization.
That's it.
But anyway,
We're
no,
monetized?
so the big thing though, so the big reason why we mentioned the Jake Paul fight and what I'm trying to get to is that the problem that we all had with it is the fact that Jake Paul once again fought a person who is not a boxer. They just wanted to fight Jake Paul, and their ass gets knocked out round 1 cold.
He was so this guy was a UFC fighter, and if you look him up, it's just him getting destroyed by George Masvidal with a knee.
And not like
in the first round, with the knee, and the guy's just.
And I saw the the body figure of it. Like he did not, at least from the back, he did not seem like he was in shape for the fight. I don't know how he looked from the front, but
you guys
He was
should
in
look
shape,
up
circles of
you guys
shape.
should look up a Chinese. You guys should look up a Chinese MMA fighter by the name of Zhao Jingdong. Oh my god, dude! He gets into beef with traditional kung fu masters because kung fu masters are full of BS, and he personally knocks the shit out of each and every one. But the Chinese government doesn't like the guy. Like look up his story, man. The Chinese government fucking hates him because they see what he's doing as an attack of their culture.
I'll have to look that up.
Like, oh, dude, he's a great all he literally does is just prove them wrong, and then he actually got sued by someone he beat, and the courts awarded it to the person he beat. Yeah, it's fucking China's fucking ridiculous.
But anyway,
Yeah.
So no, Ben Askren gets knocked down in the first round. Everybody is very curious about this. Like, everybody's wondering if the fight was rigged. Everybody was wondering if, Ben Askren got paid to take the fall first round. And frankly, everybody here in this group, when we talked about this, when it did happen, none of us really cared if it was rigged. All of us only cared about, will Jake Paul finally fight a real fucking boxer? That's all we were saying. And, a lot of people here even had good names to reference. A lot of people here had names of not the biggest names in boxing, but we knew, some, for some of us who have watched, semi-pros, we know some people who could possibly take down Jake Paul. Holy shit. Can he fight a real boxer? That's all we're asking.
I wonder what his weight class is.
I think he's light. But that's all we're asking is if Jake Paul's gonna talk all this shit, if Jake Paul is gonna, be this big man, this big scary guy, then let's get him a real fight. Let's put him in the ring with somebody who's also professional, and no, not somebody who signed as a professional last fucking week. Let's get a professional boxer who has trained their ass off to do this, who has just as much hunger and just as much fight as Jake Paul does. Let's put them in the ring. I want to see that.
He's not going to earn my respect until he either has a title or a gold medal or some shit.
Honestly, he'll earn my respect if he can actually go toe-to-toe with somebody who's real.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to, and it has to be at least an 8-round fight. It can't be a 6. It can't be a 3, 4. No, it has to be minimum 8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. No, yeah, I want as real to regular boxing as possible. Yeah, it won't get as much money, but that none of us want to care about that. We just want to see if he's real or not. Because Ben Askren, Nate Robinson, all of these other fights that people are predicting, when Jake Paul eventually fights KSI, these are all for the money. Nobody is going to see these as real fights. And even though a bunch of people are waiting for these fights, a bunch of people who are fans of Jake Paul and all of these other people who are waiting for this fight, they're not real fights. We need to see the real deal. I don't care if it's some semi-professional who fights in WBC undercards on Fox on Tuesday afternoons. Like, get somebody who's an actual professional at least. Somebody with a record.
Somebody like Conor McGregor.
Yeah, so Joey said Conor McGregor.
What happened the last time Conor McGregor boxed? He got knocked the fuck out by Mayweather.
One fight that I brought up is that Floyd Mayweather was supposed to fight. Floyd Mayweather was supposed to fight Logan Paul. He didn't officially sign the contract, so I'm pretty sure the fight is called off. Floyd Mayweather should fight Jake Paul. If Floyd Mayweather cares too much about the money, fight Jake Paul. That will be a big money bag.
Yep.
And that's all we're asking for, like a real fight.
That's right.
Anyway, that's gonna
respect, man.
Yeah. That's going to wrap it up for us today, though. If you guys like the content that you are watching, we have a bunch of links in the description. We have a social media. And not only that, very important, we have a Discord link that I want all of you guys to check out. It's a public Discord. It's free to join. And we're still a very small community, which means that if you post about something that you care about, there's a very good chance that one of us or somebody else in the Discord will reply and you'll have a nice conversation. So I highly recommend, if you love our content, please go join our Discord. It'd be really cool to see you guys all on there. Hey, you guys so much for watching. Make sure to tune in on Wednesday as we have more awesome sports conversation for you guys. Please enjoy the rest of your night and see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Perhaps.